So I've got a quote I'd like to read from the Bhagavad Gita, because we're all persons, right? We're all, regardless of our body, we're a person, and we have an original source. And at the moment, we identify, this is my mother, this is my father. And we consider that they're our source, right? That's where we've come from. But that's temporary. And we have an ultimate source, and so do they. So the Supreme Person has a multitude of energies, and we are part of that energy of the Supreme Person. So in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 9 and verse 17, Krishna states, I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami described the entire cosmic manifestation, moving and non-moving, like stuff and us, we definitely move. The entire cosmic manifestations are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energy. In the material existence, we create different relationships with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. And under what's called Maya, or illusion, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually, they are all parts and parcels of Krishna. So when Krishna states, I am the source of everything, well, he does state that as well. In this particular verse, I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. So, when we think of mother, the word mother, we usually think in connection with nurturing and kind and loving and supporting. So Krishna is everything. We have different relationships in this world, and none of them are complete. We hope that someone will love us unconditionally. We hope that our mothers will love us unconditionally. And if they don't, then we feel hurt. We feel damaged, really, And we hope in our other relationships, whether it's father or friends, brothers and sisters, we hope to be loved and accepted unconditionally, and to feel fulfilled by those relationships. But because we're all energy of God, we're all part and parcel of God, none of us can provide another person with everything they need. Right? We're not God. We don't have what it takes to satisfy another living being. We're all part of Him. We just have little bits of what He's got, but nothing like the fullness that we need. We all need to be completely full, to feel supported. Like Krishna says, I am the support. We all want support. And in daily life we might not realize that, but when there's a little bit of trouble going on in your life or anxiety, we feel like that's what the thing is we're needing, right? I need support. I need support, whether it's physical support, emotional support, mental support. I need some support to sustain us, right? That's what we seek. So Krishna is saying, I am the support, that we can trust that God has our well-being in mind, and He wants to support us. He wants to give us support, but we keep looking elsewhere. We keep looking to someone else to give us that support. Will you support me? Will you hold me up when I'm falling? Will you support me when I'm struggling? And if we've got good friends and good family members and so on, then to whatever degree they possibly can, they do support you. but it's not complete because we're not God. So for us to expect another living being, another person who's part of God like we are, to support us fully, to understand us, to completely understand us from the core of their heart and not judge us. We find that difficult to find that in this world. But Krishna is saying He is there and He is willing to give us that. And so we're not used to trusting somebody, completely, because we've been burnt so many times. And so for us to actually give our heart and ask Krishna to support us, to give us that protection that we need, to actually be the friend that He wants to be for us, that takes a lot of courage, really, a lot of faith, and a lot of kind of like testing the water, like you put your toe in. And some people go to the beach or a pool and it's like, there's very few people who go and just run straight in, right? It's like, I'll test the water first, I'll just dip my toe in, and it's like that with relationships, especially if you've been burnt before, that you just dip your toe in, you just try a little bit, you're not sure if you want to give your heart, just like, we're just not used to trusting people, and so then we just a little bit, and then gradually, we become more relaxed in the person's company, and before long we've given our heart to them, and if we're lucky, it works out, and if we're unlucky or lucky, pain is a really good teacher. If we're unlucky, then we get hurt again. And when we do, we need to realize and kind of use that experience to realize, I have again put my heart, put my love, put my trust in someone who's not God. And so to be able to love somebody, to be able to care fully for somebody, first we actually need to have a complete peace and happiness of love for the Supreme Person inside. So we don't need another person to support us. We don't need another person to be loving us. We're already fully satisfied in the love that God has for us. And then we can give and we can live in this world. We can have all sorts of loving relationships. But we won't get burnt by them. We won't get hurt by them. We won't feel disappointed by them, right? Because it's based on love. And that's what a mother's love is supposed to be, the closest thing to spiritual love. My teacher described that a mother's love is the next closest thing to spiritual love, because it has that element of loving a person unconditionally. And he described that a person, maybe like somebody's gone off the rails and maybe they've done some like horrendous stuff and they're up in court and and the mother's just like devastated, but like, he really is a good boy. Do you know what I mean? And they're still just loving him, and do you know what I mean? They just like love this person no matter what. No matter how many times they may have not called them or rejected them or not been interested or whatever, the mother still loves that person. They love, it's, do you know what I mean? Like no other relationships are really like that. Where, like, I remember when Govinda was born, she used to wake up every couple of hours, so sometimes I hadn't even got back to sleep before she'd be awake again, and I'd get up and I'd think, like you do it out of love for this person. And if someone says, oh look, I'll take the baby for you so you can sleep through the night, it'd be like, oh no, it's okay. I want to suffer. do you know what I mean? It's like, and I thought at the time, I used to think, oh my God, if only I had this much love for God and love for others as I do for Govinda, that I'd be prepared to get up in the middle of the night several times. Night after night, almost year after year. No, not quite. For a while. And so, we're all capable of loving God completely and loving others. That's all there, it's there. Love for God is already there in our heart. And this process that Krishna has provided for us to purify us. Krishna says, I'm the purifier. Right? I am the purifier and the sacred syllable Om. And so, Krishna is a purifier. His names purify our heart and our mind of all the crust and crud that's built up over lifetimes and lifetimes. It's just like this massive, thick shell, like, I don't know, what are they, turtles? They're like, it's thick crust, right? And, if you stroke them or anything, I'm sure they're not likely to feel it, right? It's just like this thick layer of stuff. I don't know, what a shell, massive thick shell, right? And so it's like, we build up a shell. We're out of protection, We've been here, we've had mother and father and friends and beloveds and so lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. But Krishna is still there, and he's still waiting, and he's still hoping that we will turn and have a loving relationship with him as our primary relationship. And he wants us to love others, right? He wants us, like the parent hates it when the kids, I don't know how many of you have got brothers and sisters, but very remember if there was arguments or fights or anything with the brothers and sisters, the parents didn't like it. It wasn't like they go, yeah, go for it, Or sometimes they might after it's gone on a long time. Okay, just kill each other, But it's like, parents hate it when their kids don't get along, I don't know if I can really say this, but I remember one time I'd gone back to New Zealand, and I was at my sister's place, and my mum looked at us and went, oh, it's so lovely to see you two together, and like we have little in common, I mean, we love each other, but we have little in common. And so it's just like, the mother's looking and just, oh, so wonderful to see the kids together, do you know what I mean? And so it's like, we all naturally want to have bonds of love and all the kind of relationships. If we can actually take that desire for love and for friendship and playfulness, we don't think of Krishna as being someone who's really playful, but we're attracted to playful and funny people, and people who have the life and soul of an event. Krishna's like that. We will get that from him. If we've got any, little bit of humor or, whatever it might be, that all comes from Krishna. He's the kindest, the most fun, the most loving, the most awesome person, but their relationship's been lost for so long, or covered with this thick shell for so long, we've forgotten. And so this chanting process is sacred mantra, Om, for example, all the mantras that we chant, they're all names of God, and they can purify our heart and mind, so that natural love and that natural happiness and that natural peace and care and concern for others will manifest more and more. So happy Mother's Day. Like it's such a commercialized day, right? But when they have days like this, it's we don't have to get sucked into the commercialization of it, but it just reminds us to actually think of somebody else and to care about somebody else and to, put them first, even for an hour or two. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good thing for us to think about and care about somebody else. Is always a good thing. Namaste. Thank you so much.